Did you know that dancing for just 10 minutes can boost your mood, reduce your stress and improve your memory, even if it's just in your kitchen?
Hi everyone, welcome back to Dancing Through Business, the podcast where us dance and business uni friends talk all things creativity, business and the beautiful chaos in between. I'm Kiri.
And I'm Julie, and today's episode is just the two of us, no guests, just a cup of tea, a juicy conversation, and how dance literally shaped the way we do business.
Yeah, because it really has, Jules, isn't it? Our whole approach to leadership, problem solving, business, our confidence, it comes from just growing up with dance, I think.
It's such an incredible tool.
And we started our degree 23 years ago.
We did.
So young. We're still young now.
We're still young.
Yeah, definitely.
Depends who you ask.
You got asked for ID the other day, didn't you?
I bloody did. I absolutely
incredible.
couldn't believe it. And there was a young girl as well. Like, she was probably under 20 and she looked so embarrassed. I was like, please don't be embarrassed. Like, that's the best thing that's happened to me today. Thank you very much.
It's amazing.
And then I think it happened again with an older lady this week.
Wow. No, you're just making everyone jealous now.
Do you reckon?
Right, let's talk dance and business.
Let's do it. So, let's start with, how do you think dance actually shows up in work?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because we thought dance and business is totally different things. We chose the degree thinking, let's do some dance, and then we'll do some business separate, thinking they're two completely different subjects.
Yes.
We loved both of them,
We
and
did.
we thought, let's just do both in our degree. But actually, I think, without realising, they're really linked.
In real life, they're really
Yeah.
linked. Yeah.
Because, well, mainly I think it's like the resilience and the discipline. I think discipline actually is the key thing, because we have to show up, we had to turn up to lessons, we had to work on ourselves, we had to keep trying. And
Was it 8:30 that we used to have, like, on a Friday? Because we'd go out on a Thursday night, and then I'm sure it was 8:30.
8, I
Was
think.
it 8?
Yeah.
I want to say 9, but I'm sure it was. Yeah. Anyway, bloody early.
Yeah.
After a night drinking, Thursday nights was
Bloody,
drinking.
don't you love that word.
It's not quite swearing, is it? I reckon I can say that one to my grandma.
Okay, I'll let you off.
So I think I'm okay.
But yeah, it's all about discipline and resilience and showing up, and I think that's really helped when you're working on your business and set up a business. You do have to keep trying, because it's not going to happen straight away.
No, it absolutely doesn't. You've got to keep going, keep at it. Mm-hmm.
No, definitely. We get lots of feedback all the time with dancing, don't we? Work on that. It's not perfect, and yeah. So
Perfect. There's that word again.
yeah, don't. We're trying to get away from that, though, aren't we?
Yes, but does dance exist? Like, perfection exist in dance? Maybe?
Well, people do strive for it, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, you watch a dance and you'd say that's perfect, but the person that's dancing doesn't think they're perfect.
No.
Even, like, I've noticed, like, so I do ballroom and Latin dancing now. I've been competing in it since 2019, so what's that, 6 years? And the only time that I notice that people are kind of almost comfortable with saying they were perfect is after they're retired, and like well after they've retired, so they can kind of respect it, in hindsight see that they probably were close to perfect, but when they're in it they're always striving to be better.
But it's only yourself that is self-critical. Like, other people wouldn't notice like
know.
a tiny little thing. Well, you might as an experienced dancer, but say like the average person goes to watch a show,
Yes.
we'd all think it was amazing.
It's
and then
true.
those individual dancers might think, oh my goodness, one of my little toes wasn't pointed. You know, so only ourselves as performers that are striving for perfection would notice it, and like most people don't, and we're self-critical. But other people, like we've said this before, haven't we? We only judge ourselves, and we think other people are, but they're only actually thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about other people.
Yes, it's like when you go to the gym and you walk through the gym floor and you think, oh my god, everyone's looking at me. Oh no, they're not. They are absolutely looking at the mirror at themselves. Because guess what you're doing when someone walks through the gym? You're looking at yourself in the mirror, worrying about how you look. So yeah, the other people in the gym are doing exactly the same.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so same in the dance studio, right? That you're perhaps not as good as the person sat next to you, but maybe they don't think they're as good as you are.
Yeah. And another thing with between dance and business is obviously there's that creativity, especially if when setting up a business, you've got to be really creative. And do you remember our American dance teacher? What was her name again? What was her name?
Stop trying to wind me up, Dale.
The classic line, she used to come out. I can't do American accents, by the way, but she used to say,
just dropped the ball right there.
Drop the ball. Start again. And yeah, I mean, talk about being critical. She loved being critical. You could not get away with anything.
We would literally be shaking.
Yeah.
We never wanted to hear those words. You dropped the ball.
No.
But you knew it was coming.
I mean, even the audition to get. Do you remember the audition to get in?
Mine was really fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember being really scared of her.
She wasn't in my audition.
Oh, you got away with it then.
I did, yeah.
She was scary. And so then turning up to classes, I mean, if that's not going to build your resilience, I don't know what will. And yeah, obviously we were forced to be creative because we had to come up with something new and different every time. Mm-hmm. I think my best idea, can you believe, was on my bedroom floor, my tiny little bedroom floor in Halls.
I was going to say, you had quite a big bedroom floor when we lived together.
Right.
In Halls, yeah,
in Halls,
small, yeah.
In the first year. And I came up with this really abstract, random motif movement. I just repeated. If I'm on video about to see it, I can't even do it now.
It's too long ago.
And
you demonstrated to me a moment ago. You threaded
the arm through and then rolled over and then stood up and did it again. And she loved that because it was a consistent move throughout. It had a nice running thread to it. And I named it some interesting name. And she thought that was great. And that was the best mark I ever got. And I was in my halls choreographing it on the floor. So, yeah, I didn't know it was going to be that good. I took a risk and it paid off. And that's what you do in business as well. You sort of take risks, don't you? And you have to be creative.
You have to be able to deal with feedback. Mm. So teachers don't give you feedback because they think you're rubbish. Right? From my experience, they genuinely don't think you're rubbish. Actually, the more clear the feedback is, the more detailed, critical the feedback is, it's because they think you're capable of being better. So if someone gives me feedback, it's very unusual in the ballroom and Latin world to be told that was brilliant. Just never, never. If you heard someone say that's brilliant, it's probably you've misheard. One of my favourites the other day, I was in London and my coach said something to me, and so I was like, I'm quite a happy person generally. So you know how some people can think maybe he said something bad. I'm the opposite. I think he must have said something nice. So I said to him, "Oh, you thought my dancing was nice today? Thank you." He goes, "No, I said the dog, as in his dog, Fred, likes watermelon." So yeah, welcome to my tiny brain.
Goodness,
yeah, absolutely. So I just reframe stuff like Fred likes watermelon. Julie, your dance was nice today. But yeah, I mean, generally from feedback, it's because they think you're capable of being better. Mm. But it is hard. It's hard to hear that you're not great all the time. And so, yeah, it does shape you as a person. Mm. But it also means that when you are better, they do spot that too.
But at 18 and 19, when you're getting that feedback from Dale, it's hard, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And yeah, I found it really hard and really hard to take when she was being really critical of certain things. But yeah, like you say, it's shaped us as to who we are today.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think she genuinely wanted to pull us down. I think she wanted to make us better human beings. Yeah, but yeah, that's hard to take at the time.
Yeah, when you're that young. But it's always good, isn't it, to improve. Yeah. And in business, you're not going to grow unless you're improving and improving the way you do things and, you know, deliver your service. If you're not improving it each time and learning and growing, then you're just going to stay at a standstill.
Yeah, one of my favourites. So obviously as a dancer you learn to perform, and so you learn to be on the stage, and if something goes wrong you have to pretend it didn't. The audience don't care actually that you got it wrong. The only person that knows that got it wrong is you. So you have to have this like poker face almost, don't you? When you're on stage or if you're performing in any scenario.
Yeah.
And so I remember doing my driving test like really clearly, and I was like in my driving lessons when I went to have my driving test, the driving instructor takes you there and he was like, right, okay, good luck, and I was super nervous, and then afterwards I think I got 2 minors or something like that.
Wow.
And he like and so when he looked at the scores afterwards or results, he said, how many minors did you get? And I said, oh, I think I got 4. And he was like, really? Like, surprised. And I was like, oh no, I think I got 2. And he absolutely didn't believe me. But I think it's because I literally went into performance mode when I was doing my driving test, which obviously I wouldn't have done in lessons. So yeah, he was shocked that I did so well in my driving test.
Really interesting.
Yeah, so that's the first time I really noticed it in adult life, that as a child, like just going into performance zone really helps.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's that confidence, I suppose, as well, isn't it? Like, it gives you, when you're on stage, you need that confidence. And that's going to help in, lead when you're a leader, when you're delivering meetings as well, just having that confidence. A little bit like you're not faking it, but you do
fake it.
You do fake it. Yeah, and you do on stage as well. Like you say, when you're making a mistake, you do have to fake it a lot of the time, don't you?
Go on, smile. Smile. Just smile now. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Do you feel happier than you did like literally 2 seconds ago? It's weird. Like there's something in us, and know it is scientifically researched. If you're interested, you can find it. But if you smile, there's something that tricks our brain that realizes we're happy. It's like if we look up, we find there's something about happy hormones are up, and if you look down, you feel sad.
It calms you as well, doesn't it? Like when I'm doing, like, sometimes I've been doing these award presentations, like to practice my presentation skills, and obviously if you're smiling whilst you're talking, it makes other people feel comfortable, and 2, it's known to relax you and make you feel calmer.
Yeah, no one wants to see that you're a bag of nerves. They're much more comfortable watching your presentation if you look happy and confident, and the audience feel more relaxed.
Yeah. So it's given us that as well.
It has.
Yeah. So as managers, I'm not a manager anymore. I was a terrible manager. But you're...
I don't believe you.
But you are a manager. You've got a few people that are working for you at Warner Recruitment.
We do. So, well, I'm very lucky. So I have... I run my business with my husband. And, I've had experiences of management that I haven't enjoyed as well. Like, when I first became a manager, I didn't really enjoy it. But I was listening to... can't remember the podcast to paraphrase it, the other day, and they were saying that when every manager when they first start is terrible. If you're a 20-year-old and you're a manager, of course you're going to be terrible because you don't know how to manage. I do know who it was. It was Laura Clark from OA. She runs a recruitment agency. She's got, I think, 50 employees, and she said that she always likes to promote internally and give people opportunities. So she just said, just expect, and just the team that's then going to be reporting into them, just let them know that this is their first management role, and they'll probably get things wrong. So just roll with it. Right. They're not doing it on purpose. So I don't believe you when you said you're a bad manager. You were just a new manager.
And like everything, like practice makes perfect with dance. You have to keep practicing to not make perfect. Let's not get away from the perfect word. But the more you practice, the more you're going to improve. So like being a manager not for very long. But it's like anything, isn't it? Just keep practicing with public speaking. Any new skill, you do have to practice, don't you?
And also, you don't have to be alone. Like you've talked about being a business owner, and like you do run a business by yourself, but you've been in spaces where you feel less alone. Like, but we'll talk. Do you want to share when your experiences of being in the coffee shop and sharing with other small business owners?
The best is when the kids were little and they were going to the creche, and there was lots of us mums like working our little side hustles or businesses in the cafe, and it was just so nice, like having a little group of people, and you're supposed to be getting on with your work, but actually you learn so much from other people, like networking and just socialising with people. And even now I don't have that because we've all moved on to different things, but I do occasionally go to a couple of coffee shops, and there's some regulars in there that you get to chat with, and it just breaks up the day a little bit, doesn't it? Actually, we spoke to Valentina on one of the earlier episodes, didn't we? And she was talking about the importance of having those breaks in the day, just to come away from
20-second break. She said is enough just to like reframe your mind. And if you've watched, and if you haven't, go back. She talked about making thinking about the specifics of a pancake mixture. Just something simple as that, just to break your thoughts.
Take your mind off the intensity of work.
I really like that one.
You just keep going. Don't forget to breathe.
She had us holding our chests and our tummies, didn't she?
And Anne talks about the importance of rest as well, doesn't she?
Pause is Anne's key word.
Pause. She's that amazing retreat, which I think that I really want to go on. I get the time.
I know.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, they sound amazing. Those, I'll link the people who sent them on that retreat because it sounds incredible the effects that had on Anne.
Definitely.
But yeah, back to management.
Yeah.
I don't manage on my own, so I found that having my own business that I struggled managing under large organisations and their ethos, their mentality, their way of thinking. So when I set up my own business, I can manage authentically, like as in what's true to me, and like my husband, business partner is Hayden, and I know I have his backing. And actually, if I do get something and we don't agree, he will always we will talk it through. But it's unusual that we disagree actually on how to run a business.
I don't know how you do it with, like, how do you work with him?
I don't know either.
With him
I don't
and
know.
dance with him.
I don't know.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's not normal. Like, you're not meant to spend that much time with one person. Like, even thinking about my sister or my parents or like your best friend at school, you don't even spend that much time with them because you don't, like, obviously you live with your sister, but then you don't go to school with her. Like, so you have time away. But Hayden and I, we have the same hobby, so we work together. We have the same hobby, which is dancing. And
do you have at least one night where you do go and socialise, don't you? Like,
I have at least 3 hours away from Hayden a week.
I love that. Is it a Tuesday night now that
Tuesday
you do?
night,
and every week
party night,
you see a different friend or a family member, don't you? And it's so nice. And what does he do on that Tuesday night again?
He goes to the gym.
Yeah.
And he watches a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's I'm quite happy being by himself.
Little
on a Tuesday.
routine.
I know, so you should go meet your mates, but no, he's quite happy by himself.
Yeah, love it. But yeah, I mean, we do keep going, don't we? We are, I think, with dance, it is relentless because you just have to keep going and running a business. We keep going, and going back to the rest thing with Anne or pause. It's really important, I think, as business owners and fitness addicts, which we basically are as well, to factor in the rest time and have some boundaries. What do you do in terms of like putting those boundaries up to make sure you don't sort of burn out and do too much?
Good question. I'm really lucky that I worked with someone like early in my career, in my recruitment career, that he was really kept his boundaries. So he would make sure that you would work really hard, so you would arrive like before you, I can't remember what hours we did, say it was 8:30, I'd always arrive at 8, but I always had lunch break, and he would always say if someone rang in for him on his lunch break, he'd go, no, I'm on lunch. And that like taught me to respect the lunch break. And then again, we probably work late, so our office hours, I think we finished at 5:30, might have been 6 anyway. But then I quite often would stay at work till 7. But then when I left and went home, that was my time. So he never expected me to be available. He would expect me to be at work early and leave late. But like in my break time, it was my break time. So I've always been quite good when I go home, leaving it at the office.
Yeah, that's really good.
I say always, like certainly. When mobile phones came in and like as in you could check your work emails from.
So even now, running your own business, do you not do any work at home in the evenings, for example?
Oh God, I'm very lucky. Like I think knowing, like anticipating things. So things did used to crop up, and I'd have to deal with things whilst I was out of the office. But I normally know what might go wrong, so I could normally anticipate it. So if something I'm anticipating, maybe someone I know they're not enjoying their job, I would then know before I went out of the office or away or what have you, that person may leave. So let's get someone else lined up ready, so that all it was one phone call. So yes, I do deal with stuff outside of work. Yeah. But I normally anticipate what might come up, like formatting CVs. Every candidate that we meet, we format their CVs beforehand, so that then if a client wants to look at their CV, it's ready to go. So yeah, I just backtracked and looked at everything that could go wrong beforehand to plan, prepare, and so you say linking that back to dance. But you just have to rehearse and make sure that you're as prepared to go on that stage as you possibly can be.
Predicting the next move.
Something might go wrong, you might fall over, or someone else might be in the wrong place, and you deal with that. But if you've prepared as much as possible, then the show can go as well as anticipated.
Yeah, reading people, predicting their next move, they're going to spin into you, they shouldn't be.
Yep.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, I love this. Like, I've always known that there's definitely a link, but it's just really nice to like vocalise it and like really, let people know why we are so mad and we love
get dancing, everyone.
Yeah, it's so good.
Send your kids dancing, get dancing yourself.
Yeah. What is like the one lesson that you stand by, like learning dance or business? Like, what is like a thing that you stand by, what you've learnt?
I've learnt from dance.
Yeah. Talk about
Maybe
resilience.
that perfection thing again.
Yeah.
Like, actually, everyone's idea of perfection is completely different. So what you see as perfection, I might not see as perfection, and vice versa. So there is so much perception in dance. So just appreciate what you appreciate and know that not everyone likes the same thing, and that's okay.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like that ability to just show up, because you can't let people down in a show, can you? You have to just like keep going. And I think I could probably take that to the extreme sometimes, as we know, and that's why I need to factor in rest a bit more.
How do you do rest?
Well, I like seeing friends, and obviously I can't do work when I'm with friends, so I try and get out the house because if I'm at home, it's so easy to do, like, you know, tidying up, whatever, cleaning. So if I want a rest, I actually go out and see friends. But I do have a boundary where definitely by 9 o'clock I'm sat down watching something with Ben. So we have like an hour to watch something or half an hour to watch something every night. And I love walking out in the fresh air and on the beach and stuff.
Yeah, good.
So
you said about showing up.
Showing up,
So how has that served you? You mentioned how it's perhaps not served you, that you're not very good at saying no, or...
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to like be better with the people pleasing thing. That's a whole another podcast episode.
But it helps to know that you are one.
Yeah.
You don't have to please all the people all the time.
No. So it's having those boundaries, isn't it?
You will, by the way. Please all the people all the time.
But it is handy that we've got that sort of mindset of showing up for the business and keeping consistent, and we're not ones to call in sick and things like that. So it's a handy skill to have, because you're gonna, and consistency pays off, doesn't it? If you keep working hard, as we know, it does pay off. So it's very handy. So we've got some good skills from our dance career into business.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll be sharing more about that over the next few episodes and beyond.
Yeah, it's a really good backbone for like just learning how to like work your way through life from an early age, and you have to be like accountable from an early age, don't you? Like whether you mentioned about turning up, turning up to do that show, because if you don't turn up, then you're letting someone down. Yeah,
putting yourself out there, definitely. I don't like doing that, do I?
Putting yourself out there? Are you kidding? Follow Kiri on Instagram, everyone. She's brilliant.
I loved this little chat of ours. I can't wait for more chats.
Me too.
It's been lovely. Thanks, Jules.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode.
And see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you again to all our listeners, and to producer Pablo, who we couldn't do without.
Absolutely not.